It's review time. Let's talk about the Focal Bathys headphones. I just recently acquired these. I bought them from Audio Advice, affiliate link down below, if you feel so inclined that you would also like a pair. I've been using these for a few days now. I unboxed them and did a first hands-on, first take on a recent live stream podcast. But it's time to give some thoughts after putting them through their paces for a few days. So I'm going to talk about basically 5 areas, 5 things that I kind of like, and a little bit of maybe an area for improvement and a personal take as well at the end. All right, so right off the bat, I really like the fit and finish of these. I think they are very well made. They seem very sturdy, but also kind of flexible and dynamic to really be able to move them around and get a comfortable kind of seating position on the head. The soft materials feel very nice to the touch, which makes them very comfortable on your skin. I had them on my head for a number of hours as I was using these for work from home. And I didn't feel my ears getting hot. I didn't feel the material like feeling sweaty or anything like that. So all in all, I have no complaints about the build quality and the fit and finish. These are aluminum and magnesium based. They're not the beryllium tweeters that you can get on the much more expensive, like $5,000 Focal headphones. So no BE tweeters like I enjoy with my Focal speakers in my home theater in my living room, but maybe someday I will upgrade to the higher model. But you get a whole lot more with these, of course, with the technical features rather than them being just a pair of essentially analog headphones. I should mention as well, I do like the carrying case. It's nice and slim fit when the earmuffs kind of turn to the side, so this is easy to travel with, I would presume, easy to store, easy to keep handy in my desk to put the headphones away in here and pull them out when I need them. So I appreciate this. Nice hard style case. And of course, including the cables is also really nice, particularly the USB-C, which is the way I'll be using it mostly, sitting at my desk and interfacing with my MacBook. I haven't really put the battery through its full paces yet, basically kind of charging as I use them or filling them up, but Focal claims 30 hours of battery life, which seems pretty considerable, I think, to me. All right, so the other thing that I like about this in general, I would say, is the controls. I like how the noise canceling is on the left earmuff rather than the right, which means I'm not going to accidentally hit it and change that mode. We have a solid multi-function style button here. Tap once in the middle for play pause, double tap to skip forward, triple tap to skip back, and that's wrapped right there by the volume. It's very easy to get it with your thumbs. It's a very natural position. When you have these on your head and you grab the muff where your thumb would end up, having all those together is awesome. 3-position switch here for off, DAC, and on, which is basically like the Bluetooth mode. I appreciate that, and I appreciate a true off hard switch, which means if you don't use these for a while, they're not like constantly leeching away the battery life. Presumably you should be able to turn these things to off, and they would be able to hold on to the lion's share, if not the entirety, of the available battery that they've been charged to. I'll talk more about the USB DAC mode coming up. We got one more button here, which is the voice assistant button. This is configurable in the app. I'll also talk more about that coming up as well. But essentially, when you have your voice assistant configured, tap that button and speak your commands. And then, of course, we have USB-C and a 3.5mm jack as well. So all in all, I give a thumbs up to the controls, the layout, and what's available in terms of how it works. I was trying to think if there's anything else that I would have preferred to have on there or work in a different way, and I really don't think so. I'll give props to the one button basically being a triple function. I think that's a lot more intuitive when you're feeling for something with your fingers and you're not really looking for it. To find less buttons, know exactly what button you're on, because they are contoured and they have different, the volume and that middle button all have a different feel to them. So never a concern about what one you're actually pressing, and when you have 3 functions on one button, you're guaranteed to be able to get the action that you want, rather than maybe not being sure which of many buttons you may actually have your thumb or your finger on. All right, so let's talk about the app. I loaded it on my iPhone, the iOS app. I think it's great. I love having apps with my electronics for interfacing, configuration, and all of that. Honestly, it's really basic, but it doesn't need to do that much. I think the app pretty much does everything that it's supposed to do. In the app, we are able to tweak the EQ setting. There's some custom PEQ as well as some preset settings. I've been using it just in dynamic mode, and I think it's been sounding great. You can tweak the noise cancellation, basically the same options that you have on the button, but if you want to deliberately know which mode you're in and kind of tinker around maybe to see what you prefer, that's a good way to go. You can also customize the setting of the LED, turn it off, a medium brightness, or a full brightness. The app tells you the battery life, the app tells you the musical format of what you're currently listening to, and the app is also the mechanism to upgrade the firmware. Yes, these are firmware upgradable headphones. It's all done wirelessly through the app, and in fact, upon unboxing the headphones and using them for the first time, there actually was a firmware upgrade available that I applied and updated without any trouble. There is a sub-menu for settings. That's where you can choose your voice assistant. You can rename the device for what it shows up as, essentially in the Bluetooth settings of the attached devices. And I'll give props as well that they link out to this like Focal quick tips page, and the URL is also listed in the box and also with a QR code. I found the quick tips page very handy. There's all these little videos with kind of text overlays that really give you the whole gist of how to use the headphones, what they're capable of, settings, options, configurations, and all of that. Now, the USB DAC mode, super props for this. I think this is awesome. It allows me to basically buy these headphones and use these headphones without, for me, needing to buy an extra external DAC. And again, the fact that they give us the cable in the box, everything is in there and it's ready to go. I spend a lot of time sitting in my office. I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch, listening to music, to YouTube videos, to podcasts, and video conferencing, and being able to use these attached to the laptop in the USB DAC mode, 24, 192 Apple Music support, and all of that I think is just fantastic. No need to have a separate USB DAC and using the 3.5mm connection. It's just an all-in-one solution, and I love that. It's probably one of my favorite features about this in terms of my use case and how I would be expecting to put them to work. This really helps step up my audio game. I do think the sound quality has been excellent. My frame of reference for what I usually use in my office setting is generally a pair of wired Apple earbuds, so there's quite a level of difference already between the pedigree of these and a pair of Apple EarPods. But I would say they delivered. Everything sounds like richer, fuller, detailed, more clarity. You're taking some of the background noise and distraction out as well, allowing you to focus more on the audio of what you're listening to for benefit and net improvement layered in there, just like reducing the noise floor. Essentially, if your home theater is going to improve the audio of your room, listening with these versus the openness of the earpods is naturally going to allow for more detail and clarity to get through, along with the performance of the device itself. I did listen through a variety of Apple Music, and I do appreciate how Apple Music tells you when you're connected to a device that can support it, what the bitrate and the sampling frequency of the audio is. So plenty of 48 and also 192 tracks to be found in Apple Music. I'll have to admit, jumping around between like the high res and the lossless Apple Music, I was having a harder time kind of placing the difference between those, but that's really, I think, just more on me than it is anything related to the headphones themselves. I also did sample a few movies, some Blu-ray rips with lossless audio, played on the MacBook in Infuse, listening through these, the Ready Player One race scene and a couple of other things. I found the movie audio to be definitely, again, a significant step up from anything that I've ever experienced before in a headphone. Dynamic, there was just like texture and space and depth and all of that to the audio. So all in all, I would say I'm very happy with these. Stay tuned to the channel and future live podcasts and future content. As I use them more, I think I'll be able to have a more developed take on what I consider to be the audio quality. And I do look forward in time to listening or trying out some other different pairs and brands and whatnot of headphones as a point of comparison. A couple other quick take things that I would say might be a room for improvement. I do appreciate the kind of the ratcheting ability to extend this. When I get a good fit, I know now for myself that 3 clicks is pretty much 1, 2, 3 is where I think I want to be for the right amount of like top head support and the right location vertically in my ears. But the one thing that I would ask for is it would be nice if there was like some kind of a little switch to put some pressure on here or something to fix that location, because over the course of a longer listening session, I think these can get knocked out of alignment pretty easily, especially if you're touching them, you're using the controls, you're moving your head around and so on. And so you end up potentially with like a lopsided fit, and it's a little bit hard to tell that sometimes, but you can tell that something's not quite right. So if there were just some simple mechanical mechanism there to be able to lock the location and then unlock it so you could put them back in to put away in the storage case, I think that would be a nice little kind of fantastic mechanical addition to the headphones. And I do have to say as well that I wore these for the entirety of some mornings, some afternoons for work, and I could definitely feel the weight. Now, by all accounts, I think that they're in line with or similar weight to other devices, other headphones in their class, but it really does make me appreciate that the lighter a pair of headphones can be made to be, the overall better that would be for the experience. I was finding it a little bit fatiguing to have these on after a second, third, into a fourth hour of wearing them. I don't think that's, again, maybe particularly anything specific about this pair of headphones, but just about headphones in general. Based on that experience as well, I was considering what all my different use cases for these might be. I was certainly looking to use them for recording while doing day job and YouTube job type stuff. I was looking forward to really, again, using them primarily in my office setting at my desk. I would look forward to traveling with these, taking them on a plane, using them with the noise canceling to be able to listen at a reasonable volume, not trashing your ears while there's the ambient noise, playing jet engines and whatever around you. So I look forward to that. Other than that, though, I'm not so sure. I thought perhaps that maybe I would be inclined to wear these at the gym. The one thing that I wouldn't really want to do, though, necessarily, given their cost, is just wear them out with a bunch of head sweat and all of that. So I was debating that use case to begin with. But I will say, after sitting at my desk for a little while and having them on my head, I don't think I would be able to use really an over-the-head, full over-the-ear pair of headphones at the gym. It's just too heavy, particularly doing anything like active, really moving, running, lifting, jumping, and all of that. I do see some folks at the gym wearing, headphones essentially akin to this, but I think I'll stick to my Apple AirPods solely at the gym. So that is my initial first take review of the Focal Bathys headphones. I would say overall I'm pleased with the purchase. I do like the brand, I like the pedigree. I use Focal speakers both in my dedicated home theater and in my living room, and I appreciate all of my audio now generating devices being, essentially being together on brand. Do let me know if you have questions, if there's something else that I can cover about these in future content, or again, as I give kind of an ongoing take about them in future live podcasts. Sound off in the comments, ask those questions and let me know. Do you own a pair? What do you think about them? Or do you use headphones regularly and there's something else? If you would like to buy a pair of Focal Bathys, other Focal headphones, or maybe just another brand of headphones in general, I do recommend Audio Advice. I have the affiliate links down in the description and in the first pinned comment. And of course, speaking with my own dollars, Audio Advice is where I bought these for myself as well. Thanks so much for watching. Please do all the regular YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And if you'd like to support the channel, again, consider that Audio Advice affiliate link. There's Amazon affiliate links, super thanks, channel memberships, tips with PayPal and Venmo, and more, all down in the description as well. Thanks so much for watching. Coming back for more home theater and personal hi-fi audio discussion and fun.